Hey you, come over and speculate with us. Most people think a haunting is tied to a place, a cold spot in a hallway, a shadow lurking in a basement, a tragedy trapped within four walls, but they're wrong. Today on The Sleepy Speculator, we're looking at an entity that doesn't care about the house, it cares about you. It's called a poltergeist, from the German poltern, to rumble. It is the noisy ghost of legend, but modern lore suggests something much more terrifying. It doesn't haunt floorboards. It feeds on human stress, turning a living person into a literal battery for chaos. Lock your doors. Put your phone on silent, because once the knocking starts, it doesn't matter where you run. They follow you. Our first stop takes us to North London, 1977, a modest council house on Green Street that became the epicenter of the most documented haunting in history. Meet 11-year-old Janet Hodgson. Skeptics call it a prank. Investigators call it a nightmare. But it's the audio recordings that truly stain the soul. Janet began speaking in a voice that wasn't hers, a deep, raspy snarl, claiming to be Bill Wilkins. Was this a case of genuine possession, or was Janet's subconscious mind projecting the energy of a man? She never knew. Items would move around the house. Equipment used by investigators stopped working. The feeling in this place was one of fear, always that feeling of fear and dread. While Enfield was a media circus, our next case was a private reign of terror. 1966, number 30 East Drive. What they got was Mr. Nobody. However, over time, he became Fred, an entity that was anything but friendly. A tall, faceless figure in black robes. His origin was believed to be the spirit of a 16th century Cluniac monk executed for rape and murder near 30 East Drive in Pontefract, West Yorkshire. The poltergeist attacks became physical assaults. The activity peaked when a young girl was dragged up these very stairs by an invisible force, her neck bearing the marks of ghostly hands. Is this the work of a man who has become a demon to torture us from beyond? Or is it the same spirit, angered that he was put to death for a crime he did not commit? Our descent now takes us back over 2 centuries, to the untamed frontier of Adams, Tennessee. This isn't just a ghost story. It's a piece of American history that allegedly terrified a future president. It began with a creature, with the body of a dog and the head of a rabbit. It was an unnatural hybrid creature that immediately vanished when shot. But as the sun set, the true horror moved inside. The witch, who called herself Kate, vowed to kill John Bell. The moving of objects, the feeling of fear, the constant physical attacks pointed to a poltergeist, or as some say, true witch. And in December of 1821, she reportedly succeeded. After years of suffering from a disease and the spectral tormenting, John Bell was dead. A vial of unknown substance was found. The spectral entity reportedly said, "I gave old Jack a big piece of that last night, and it fixed him." Whatever the case, even to this day, there are strange sounds that can be heard, a presence felt that is unworldly. Most hauntings belong in the shadows, but in 1967, a small law office in Germany proved that the paranormal has a taste for technology. This was a ghost in the machine. Phone lines rang simultaneously, hundreds of times an hour. Light bulbs exploded. Papers would be thrown to the floor. A 400-pound filing cabinet moving across the floor. A young secretary, Anne-Marie Schneider, seemed to be at the center of this activity. German parapsychologist Hans Bender investigated the case and found that the disturbances only occurred when Anne-Marie was in the office. Bender proposed that the phenomenon was a recurrent spontaneous psychokinesis, RSPK, suggesting the events were subconsciously caused by the intense stress and emotional turmoil of the young secretary. She wasn't being haunted by a spirit. She was the haunting, a reminder that sometimes the most terrifying energy in the room is us. 4 cases, 4 corners of the globe. The patterns are undeniable. But as we step back from the edge of this rabbit hole, we have to ask, is it possible to fake a poltergeist? Skeptics point to the human need for attention. Yet, how many of you, the speculators watching this, actually believe? Is this a genuine supernatural phenomenon, or simply the untapped power of the human mind? Let me know in the comments. Are we being haunted, or are we the ones doing the haunting? The evidence is on the table. The rest is up to you. I'm the sleepy speculator, and as always, keep watching the void.